Hello everyone, today you have joined the DT Creative Elk YouTube channel. Then let's start and learn how to create a new project in Photoshop. Let's begin. What's our open Photoshop? This is what the main screen looks like. I can click on New File to create a new document that props up this new window. In the window there are multiple presets over here, but before we get into those presets, let's understand the details of first one. The first thing that I do see over here is the name of the project file. Let's say I can call this one. The next set of things are width and. This is of course the width and the height of the document at the unit of measure. The default one is pixels, but you can also choose inches, centimeters, millimeters, and a couple of others. The orientation is also available, and if you can notice, the width and the height automatically flips. If I see in the orientation, let's stick to the landscape one for now, is something called artworks in Photoshop, which is sort of new. If you have been using Photoshop since a long time, you probably might not know part words. You may have heard this being used in Illustrator, but Photoshop has also brought this over here to work on multiple artwork projects. We'll get there. Let's stick to one without AdWords for now. Moving on, the next thing is resolution. This resolution is the detailing of the project that you're going to be working with. The higher the resolution, the more details are there in each pixel. Next, stick 2 pixels per inch, which is also referred to as PPI. There are a couple of other things, which is color mode. You probably might be using a couple of others in the future if you're using something for print. You might be forced to use CM/K if you're creating something for design. There's something for grayscale, aspirant, and also with each of these color modes there is that amount of depth for each of these colors, which is how many bits per color. And Photoshop gives you a simple option to set the background contents when you're creating a project. So these are the details that might or might not change depending on the preset that you're opening. Let's quickly go through multiple presets over here. The first one is of course recent, which lets me open up my recent resets. There are a couple of others that you have saved. I have not saved anything over here, so this one is blank. Now that you've understood the details of each of the document, let's see what the presets are. The first one over here is recent, which lets me open one of my recent presets, or the recent settings for any of the other document there is for something for saved. I've not saved any presets, so that's why it comes blank. This is something for photo where I can open my blank document presets. Very similarly for print, Artel, illustration, web, at mobile, at that 7 video. Let's see what changes for each one of these now. The first preset does selected is 1920 by 1080 pixel at 72 ppi. That basically means 1920 bit, 1080 height for pixels at 72 pixels per inch. If I change it to this particular preset, you'll see how the settings change. Of course, if I go back to print, it might just show me something slightly different. These are standard sizes for brick material. That's why you see 210 mm by 297 mm in a vertical orientation, and at 300 ppa with RGB color. If I use it something for whip, it might give me some other settings just like that, and that's it. Using one of these presets, let's start with one new project and see where it goes from. Let me choose this. Let's see. HDTV 10dB. That's a default preset for most of the 16:9 windows by nowadays. I can create one and it will create a new document with the new interface. Voila. That's it, and that's how you create a new project. I hope you can understand. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel.